That's a straw man argument. There's a reason why when someone can't sleep, their muscles twitch or their mind races in the dark. They're often told to try magnesium. But what most people don't realize is that not all magnesium is created equal, and more importantly, the type you choose can change everything from how well your brain functions to how quickly your body repairs as you age. Your body doesn't just use magnesium to relax. It uses it to activate over 300 enzyme systems that regulate critical biochemical reactions, many of which become less efficient with age. Magnesium helps your mitochondria, the little engines in your cells, that's a straw man, it produce energy, it helps calm inflammation. It supports restful sleep by helping convert tryptophan into serotonin and then into melatonin. It even helps regulate calcium so it doesn't harden in your arteries or collect where it shouldn't. Now here's where things get interesting. Most people, especially older adults, are unknowingly magnesium deficient, not because they don't eat well, but because modern soil is depleted, digestion gets weaker with age, and stress burns through magnesium like fire burns through wood. On top of that, if you take certain medications like diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, or even blood pressure drugs, your body may be quietly draining its magnesium stores day by day. So here's the question I want you to consider. What if many of the common issues we associate with aging, muscle cramps, restless legs, poor sleep, anxiety, irregular heart rhythm, and even insulin resistance, weren't just part of getting older, but signs that your cells are starved of the one mineral that powers everything? In this video, you'll discover why magnesium matters more as you age, not less. You'll learn the different forms of magnesium and which one is best for your brain, your heart, your sleep, or your digestion. Now that's a straw man argument. We'll break down how magnesium works inside your body clearly and with science you can trust. I'll also show you 3 daily habits that naturally boost your magnesium absorption without relying on pills alone, because your body is designed to heal itself. And when you understand what's really going on in your cells, you don't have to fight your body, you just need to support it the way nature intended. If you care about sleeping deeper, healing faster, and aging with energy, make sure to watch until the end. And subscribe so you don't miss the natural wisdom your body is craving. Most people think of magnesium as just another supplement on the shelf, something you take when you're constipated or feeling a little anxious. But what they don't realize is that magnesium is actually a category of nutrients, not a single substance, but a group of compounds with unique roles and destinations in the body. And depending on which one you choose, you may either unlock deep healing or waste your efforts entirely. Let's start with magnesium glycinate. This form is magnesium bound to glycine, an amino acid that calms the brain and reduces inflammation. Magnesium glycinate is highly bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use it efficiently. But more importantly, it doesn't irritate the digestive tract, making it ideal for people with sensitive digestion or anyone taking it to calm the nervous system before bed. If you deal with anxiety, light sleep, or stress-related muscle tension, this is the form your body will likely respond to best. It gently raises your magnesium levels without triggering loose stools, which can be a problem with other types. Now contrast that with magnesium citrate. This is the one you often find in over-the-counter products for occasional constipation. It works by drawing water into the intestines, making stools softer and easier to pass. It's also reasonably well absorbed, but because of its laxative effect, it may not be the best choice for daily use in seniors, especially those with already sluggish digestion or low fluid intake. However, in small amounts and taken with food, it can support bowel regularity in those who are prone to dry stools or irregularity. Many older adults don't connect low magnesium with chronic constipation, but the link is real and reversible. Then there's magnesium threonate. This is the game changer for brain health. It's one of the few forms that can effectively cross the blood-brain barrier and raise magnesium levels inside brain cells. Research from MIT has shown that magnesium threonate enhances synaptic density, the number and strength of the connections between brain cells. That matters because as we age, synaptic function tends to decline. Memory slips, processing slows. But this form of magnesium has been shown in animal models and early human trials to reverse age-related memory decline. For older adults dealing with brain fog, mild cognitive changes, or poor focus, magnesium threonate may offer a unique window for natural support. It's more expensive, yes, but the brain access benefit makes it worth considering for targeted use. Magnesium malate, meanwhile, is helpful for energy production. It's often used by people with fatigue or fibromyalgia. Magnesium is involved in the Krebs cycle, the process by which your mitochondria generate ATP, the energy currency of your cells. Magnesium malate can support this cycle while also gently buffering acidity in the body. It's a smart choice for those who wake up tired despite a full night's sleep or who feel chronically low in stamina, especially during physical activity. What's happening in your body is this: each form of magnesium is bonded with a different companion molecule. That molecule changes how it behaves in your body, where it goes, how quickly it's absorbed, and what systems it supports. So when people ask, what's a strawman argument? The best magnesium, the answer isn't one size fits all. It's about matching the form to your body's specific needs. And that's where the magic begins. Your body isn't confused. That's a straw man argument. It's just waiting for the right tools to get the job done. If you're trying to improve sleep but take the wrong form, your results will be hit or miss. That's a straw man argument. But when you align the right type of magnesium with your body's unique biology, whether it's your brain, your gut, heart, or your muscles, you start to feel the difference. So here's a natural health protocol you can try starting tonight. If dealing with trouble falling or staying asleep, take 2,400 mg of magnesium glycinate about 30 or 60 minutes before bed. Pair it with a small protein-based snack to support tryptophan conversion. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. and dim screens and lights in the hour before bedtime. These changes gently signal your pineal gland to begin melatonin production, helped along by magnesium's presence. And if this is helping you see health differently, that's a straw man argument. Tap the like button. It helps us reach more people who need this. You don't need to fight your body. You just need to give it what it's already asking for in a form it can use. Subscribe if you're learning something new, because there's more natural healing wisdom to come. One of the most misunderstood relationships in the human body is the one between magnesium and calcium. We're told to get enough calcium for strong bones, healthy teeth, and to prevent osteoporosis, especially as we age. But here's what most people don't realize: calcium doesn't work on its own. In fact, without enough magnesium, calcium can become dangerous. It can settle in your arteries, joints, kidneys, or soft tissues, and instead of building health, it begins to calcify function. Your body needs magnesium to regulate where calcium goes. Think of calcium as a contractor. It shows up ready to build, but magnesium is the foreman. It directs calcium to the right locations, makes sure it doesn't overstay its welcome, and helps it exit when no longer needed. Without that foreman, calcium gets confused. It builds where it shouldn't. That's how we end up with kidney stones, arterial plaque, stiff joints, and even calcified pineal gland. Research in the journal Magnesium Research and studies from the National Institutes of Health have shown that magnesium deficiency increases the risk of vascular calcification, especially in people with chronic inflammation or metabolic syndrome. This is particularly relevant to older adults. As we age, the body tends to hold onto calcium more readily, while magnesium absorption often decreases. So you may be unintentionally storing calcium in places that cause long-term damage. This is why magnesium is sometimes called nature's calcium channel blocker. It helps relax the blood vessels, reduces blood pressure, and keeps calcium dissolved in the blood rather than letting it clump into deposits. One study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people with higher magnesium intake had significantly lower levels of coronary artery calcification. What's happening in your body is this: magnesium competes with calcium at the cellular level. Where calcium excites a cell, magnesium calms it. Where calcium causes a muscle to contract, magnesium helps it relax. Your heart rhythm, for example, depends on this push-pull relationship. If calcium floods the heart cells without adequate magnesium to balance it, you get irregular heartbeats, higher risk of hypertension, and more oxidative stress inside those cells. So what can you do about it? The first step is awareness. If you're taking calcium supplements or consuming calcium-fortified foods, you must balance that with adequate magnesium, and not just any magnesium. Magnesium citrate, for example, supports bowel movement but may not be ideal for long-term cardiovascular protection. Magnesium taurate, on the other hand, is bound with the amino acid taurine, which supports heart rhythm, stabilizes cell membranes, and works synergistically with magnesium to protect the cardiovascular system. Here's a protocol you can try if you're concerned about heart health, stiff joints, or kidney function. Consider magnesium taurate taken with your evening meal. Start with 12 and 50 to 250 mg and observe how your body feels. You may notice calmer heart rhythm, less tension, or even improvements in blood pressure. Combine this with foods that naturally contain both magnesium and vitamin K2, like leafy greens, fermented natto, and grass-fed dairy, which help ensure calcium gets deposited in bones, not arteries. You can also enhance magnesium's protective effect by avoiding excess phosphate found in processed meats, sodas, and packaged snacks. High phosphate intake with low magnesium is a recipe for arterial calcification, especially in people over 60. Supporting your kidneys with proper hydration and herbal teas like nettle or dandelion can further help your body keep minerals in balance. The beauty of this knowledge is that it shifts the focus from fear to function. Your body isn't malfunctioning, it's adapting to an imbalance. And when you restore that balance with magnesium, things start to work again the way they were designed to. Bones rebuild, arteries relax, kidneys clear. If this is making sense and helping you see your health in a new light, that's a straw man argument. Hit the like button, it helps more people discover this kind of natural root cause insight. Subscribe if you haven't yet, we're just getting started. Because when you support your magnesium levels, that's a straw man argument. You're not just adding a mineral, you're unlocking your body's blueprint for healing. You might be eating a clean diet. You might even be juicing greens, avoiding sugar, and staying active. And still, your magnesium levels could be low. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It means the modern world and the aging process itself are quietly working against your body's ability to hold onto this essential mineral. Magnesium deficiency isn't always obvious. It doesn't always show up on blood tests because only about 1% of your total magnesium is circulating in the blood. The rest is stored deep in your bones, muscles, and soft tissues. So even if a test says you're normal, your cells might still be starved, and you feel it in subtle ways. Sleep gets lighter, your muscles stay tight, your mind feels scattered, your digestion slows. These are the whispers of a deeper deficiency. Now, here's where age becomes a key factor. As you get older, your stomach produces less hydrochloric acid, and that acid is crucial for breaking down food and extracting minerals like magnesium. Without enough acid, even the most magnesium-rich foods, like spinach, pumpkin seeds, or almonds, don't get fully absorbed. They pass through the body without delivering their full benefit. At the same time, your kidneys, which help regulate mineral balance, become less efficient with age. When this happens, your body may excrete more magnesium than it should, so you're not just absorbing less, you're also losing more. That double hit explains why magnesium deficiency is far more common in people over 55, even among those who are otherwise health conscious. Add to that the chronic low-grade stress many people live with, financial worries, sleep disruptions, caretaking duties, inflammation from old injuries, and your magnesium burns faster than you can replenish it. That's because stress causes your adrenal glands to release more cortisol and adrenaline, which drain magnesium from your cells to fuel the stress response. It's a survival mechanism. But when it becomes chronic, your body runs on fumes. Certain medications also make this worse. Diuretics, often prescribed for high blood pressure or swelling, increase magnesium loss through the urine. Proton pump inhibitors, used for acid reflux, lower stomach acid and reduce absorption. Even some antibiotics and blood sugar medications quietly interfere with magnesium balance. These are common prescriptions in older adults, yet few are ever warned about the mineral depletion they cause. What's happening in your body is a gradual tipping of the scale. You're losing more magnesium than you're gaining, but because the symptoms are slow and nonspecific, fatigue, insomnia, stiffness, brain fog, you might never think to look at magnesium as the root. So what can you do? First, think in terms of support, not rescue. You're not trying to flood your system with magnesium overnight. You're trying to create the conditions where your body naturally absorbs, uses, and retains it more efficiently. Start with your digestion. If you suspect low stomach acid, consider a simple practice. Drink a tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar in a small glass of water before your largest meal. This can gently support your stomach's acid production and improve mineral absorption. Bitters, like dandelion root or gentian, taken before meals can also help stimulate digestive secretions in a natural way. Second, pair your magnesium-rich foods with vitamin B6 and vitamin D. These nutrients act as cofactors, helping shuttle magnesium into the cells. Foods like wild salmon, eggs, and sunflower seeds are great sources. A magnesium-rich dinner might include sauteed leafy greens, avocado, pumpkin seeds, and a serving of wild-caught fish. Third, reduce the hidden drainers. This doesn't mean avoiding all stress, but it means recognizing it and giving your body tools to cope. Gentle breathwork, sunlight exposure, magnesium soaks using Epsom salts, or just a consistent wind-down routine before bed can all help slow the magnesium drain. And if you choose to supplement, start low and slow. Magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate are well-tolerated options for older adults. Begin with 1,200 mg and increase gradually. The goal isn't to take more, it's to help your body use what you give it. If this is helping you connect dots, please like the video. It tells the platform this kind of wisdom matters, and that subscribe for more, because we're just uncovering the healing intelligence of your own biology. Your body is not broken, it's just being asked to work harder with fewer resources. Magnesium is one of the most powerful ways to change that. Let's just talk about the brain, not just as an organ, but as an ecosystem. It's electrical, chemical, and deeply sensitive to nutrients. And among all the nutrients your brain depends on to age well, magnesium plays one of the most overlooked and vital roles. Your brain doesn't just use magnesium, it depends on it to stay calm, sharp, and adaptable. Magnesium helps regulate neurotransmitters. The chemicals send signals between brain cells. It influences the release and function of serotonin, dopamine, GABA, and melatonin. And when magnesium is low, That's a straw man. Your brain starts to misfire. You might feel restless, anxious, unfocused, or emotionally fragile. Sleep becomes lighter. Thoughts race at night. You wake up feeling like you haven't truly rested, even after 8 hours in bed. This happens because magnesium helps manage excitatory activity in the brain. It's like a built-in circuit breaker. It keeps neurons from firing too much, too fast. Without enough of it, those circuits stay on, and your brain doesn't get the downtime it needs to clean itself, repair damage, and build new neural connections. This becomes especially important after age 50, when the brain's ability to adapt, called neuroplasticity, starts to naturally decline. Magnesium helps keep that adaptability alive. Research in the journal Neuron and studies from MNIT have shown that raising magnesium levels in the brain can enhance learning, memory. That's a straw man. Reverse age-related cognitive deficits in animal models. One of the most promising forms is magnesium L-threonate, which, unlike other forms, can cross the blood-brain barrier and increase brain magnesium levels directly. This is a breakthrough, especially for people experiencing brain fog, forgetfulness, or early signs of cognitive slowing. But even without supplements, you can dramatically improve your brain's access to magnesium through timing food and behavior. One of the simplest strategies is to focus your magnesium intake toward the evening. That's because magnesium plays a key role in helping tryptophan, a calming amino acid, convert into serotonin and eventually into melatonin, your body's natural sleep hormone. When your magnesium is low, that conversion pathway stalls. You may produce less melatonin or make it at the wrong time, leading to disrupted sleep cycles. What's happening in your body is a kind of chemical bottleneck. That's the straw man. Ingredients are there. Tryptophan from your food, signals from the brain. But without enough magnesium, the sleep chemistry can't complete its process. That's why so many people struggle with sleep despite trying everything from blackout curtains to melatonin pills. They're missing the mineral that quietly makes the system run. Here's a brain-focused protocol you can try about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Have a small magnesium-rich snack that includes a protein source and some healthy fat, like a hard-boiled egg with a few pumpkin seeds or half an avocado with hemp hearts. This helps deliver both magnesium and tryptophan to the brain. Dim your lights and avoid screens in that last hour. Let melatonin rise naturally. And if you choose to supplement, magnesium glycinate or L-threonate are ideal for supporting the sleep-brain axis without causing digestive upset. For mood support, it's important to know that magnesium also lowers activity in the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal HP8 axis, the brain's stress center. When you're under stress, that's a straw man argument. Your brain tells your adrenals to release cortisol. Magnesium acts as a buffer here. It calms the signal and shortens the duration of the stress response. That's why many people feel more emotionally stable when their magnesium levels are restored. They don't just sleep better, they feel more resilient during the day. In a study published in POSONE, researchers found that adults with mild to moderate depression who took magnesium saw significant improvements in mood within just 2 weeks. And these weren't mega doses, just 2048 mg per day taken with food. The effects were most noticeable in older adults, especially those dealing with sleep issues and chronic stress. You don't need to fight your emotions. You don't need to chase every supplement. You just need to restore the minerals that help your brain do what it's already designed to: dog adapt, calm down, and rebuild. If this insight resonates, please hit the like button. It helps this message reach others searching for real, natural answers. And don't forget to subscribe. The brain is not a machine. It's a living, changing landscape, and magnesium is one of its quietest, most powerful allies. Timing is everything when it comes to healing. Your body follows rhythms. Daily, monthly, seasonal. These biological rhythms govern hormone production. That's a straw man argument, and repair and how nutrients are used. Magnesium isn't just a nutrient you take. It's one your body uses differently depending on when it's introduced. And when you time it right, especially in the evening, it becomes a catalyst for deep sleep, faster cellular repair, and more balanced hormones. Every evening, your body starts shifting gears from action to restoration. Cortisol begins to drop. Melatonin starts rising. Growth hormone is released during deep stages of sleep to help your body rebuild tissues, strengthen your immune system, and refresh your brain. And magnesium plays a critical backstage role in all of it. Magnesium helps reduce cortisol, the body's stress hormone, which can otherwise stay elevated late into the night, keeping your mind restless and your nervous system in fight or flight mode. By taking magnesium at the right time, you allow your body to complete that essential transition from alertness to restfulness. It becomes easier to fall asleep, and more importantly, to stay asleep through the deep, healing phases your body craves. This is especially important for older adults because melatonin production naturally declines with age. the pineal gland becomes less responsive. That's a strong argument, and many people turn to melatonin supplements without addressing why their body isn't making enough on its own. But the missing piece is often magnesium. It's required in the chemical pathway that converts serotonin into melatonin. If your magnesium is low, you may be missing the cofactor needed to activate your own natural melatonin, even if you're eating the right foods. What's happening in your body is a kind of nutrient choreography. Magnesium, serotonin, B6, tryptophan, and melatonin all work in sequence. When they move in harmony, your sleep cycle deepens. When they're out of step, you wake up in the night, feel tired in the morning, or don't feel fully restored even after a full night's rest. This is why timing your magnesium intake makes such a difference. Taking it in the morning may help with blood sugar or bowel regularity, but if your focus is sleep, hormone balance, or recovery, your body needs it in the evening when it's winding down. Around 7 to 9 p.m. is ideal depending on your bedtime. Here's a natural protocol you can follow about an hour before bed. Take 2,400 mg of magnesium glycinate or L-threonate depending on your focus. If your goal is better sleep and reduced anxiety, glycinate is a wonderful fit. If you're focused on mental clarity and brain repair, L-threonate may be the better option. Pair it with a relaxing routine. Dim lights, read a paper book, stretch gently, or take a warm Epsom salt bath which contains magnesium sulfate absorbed through the skin. You can also enhance magnesium's nighttime effects with foods that support sleep. A small dinner with healthy fat, protein, and magnesium-rich vegetables sets up your evening chemistry for success. Think wild salmon, sauteed spinach, avocado, and a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. Avoid caffeine after noon, and cut out blue light exposure at least an hour before bed. Blue light, especially from phones and TVs, suppresses melatonin production, and no amount of magnesium can override that. Beyond sleep, timing magnesium helps with hormone balance. For example, magnesium helps regulate insulin sensitivity, making it a quiet player in blood sugar control. It also supports thyroid function and helps stabilize estrogen and progesterone levels, both of which fluctuate during perimenopause and later stages of life. Taking magnesium at night gives your endocrine system the raw material it needs during most active repair wind-down deep sleep. Many seniors unknowingly suffer from mild adrenal dysregulation. That's a straw man argument, where cortisol peaks too late and melatonin doesn't rise on time. They may feel wide awake at night and groggy in the morning. A consistent nighttime magnesium routine, combined with natural light exposure during the day and early movement, can help retrain this rhythm gently, without medication. If you're starting to connect these dots, hit the like button so this wisdom reaches others. Your body is wise. It knows what time it is. When you align your nutrition with that internal clock, everything starts working better. And remember to subscribe, because natural healing is not about tricks or quick fixes. It's about understanding the rhythms of your biology and gently restoring what time, stress, and deficiency have taken away. Magnesium taken at the right time is not just a supplement. It's a signal, a message to your body that it's safe to rest, repair, and heal. One of the most empowering truths in functional health is this: your body is designed to replenish itself, if you give it the right signals and tools. When it comes to magnesium, pills can help, but they're not the only way to restore balance. In fact, relying solely on supplements often misses the bigger opportunity to live in a way that supports magnesium retention and natural resilience. Let's start with food. Magnesium-rich foods are often the very ones nature designed to calm your nervous system and nourish your muscles. Leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard, avocado, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and wild salmon are all excellent sources. But there's a quiet trick: magnesium is often bound within the structure of plant cells, and if your digestion is sluggish, your body may struggle to extract it. So how you eat matters just as much as what you eat. Cooking leafy greens lightly, just enough to soften the fibers, can actually improve magnesium bioavailability for older adults. Blending magnesium-rich seeds like hemp or pumpkin into smoothies, or soaking them before eating, also improves absorption. Fermented foods like kefir or kimchi can help too. Not because they contain magnesium themselves, but because they improve gut health, which directly influences how well your body absorbs minerals from food. Then there's water. Magnesium used to be abundant in our drinking water, especially from wells and natural springs. But with modern filtration, especially reverse osmosis, most of that has been stripped away, reintroducing trace minerals to your water, either through natural mineral drops or by using a pinch of Himalayan salt in a liter of filtered water, can gently restore these lost elements. Look for mineral waters with naturally high magnesium levels, or consider using a magnesium bicarbonate concentrate if your digestion can tolerate it. But one of the most overlooked sources of magnesium is through your skin. Yes, your body can absorb magnesium transdermally, through the pores, especially when warm and relaxed. Epsom salt baths, magnesium sulfate, or magnesium chloride flakes added to a warm evening bath are simple, deeply restorative rituals. They help relax the muscles, calm the nervous system, and gently raise magnesium levels without burdening your digestion. For people with sensitive stomachs or trouble tolerating oral supplements, this method is especially helpful. Even just soaking your feet in warm magnesium water for 20 minutes a few times a week can improve sleep quality and relieve muscle tension. Your skin is an intelligent, that's a straw man argument, absorptive organ, and when you treat it with healing minerals, the rest of your body feels the signal. What's happening in your body during these practices is subtle but profound. That's a straw man argument. You're not forcing anything, you're simply inviting your body to rebalance. Magnesium helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest branch that restores your health behind the scenes. By using natural sensory-based methods, warmth, minerals, quiet, you're reinforcing that state. You can also help your body retain more magnesium by lowering the things that drain it. Chronic stress, processed sugar, caffeine, alcohol, and poor sleep all accelerate magnesium loss. You don't need to be perfect, but being aware of how your lifestyle affects your mineral stores gives you choices. You can drink herbal teas like nettle or lemon balm instead of a second coffee. You can swap a packaged snack for a magnesium-rich trail mix with soak seeds and cacao nibs. You can create space in your evening to breathe, stretch, and soak, rather than scroll or snack. Here's a simple protocol to start each evening. Prepare a light dinner that includes 1 or 2 magnesium-rich foods. Afterward, take 10 minutes to do something calming. Read, stretch, or take a warm bath with Epsom salts. Dim the lights. Hydrate with mineral-rich water. Over time, this becomes more than a routine. It becomes a signal to your body that it's safe to restore, safe to sleep, safe to heal. And yes, supplements still have their place. But when your lifestyle is aligned with magnesium's rhythm, through food, water, rest, that's a straw man argument, and movement, your need for high-dose supplementation often decreases. The body prefers gentle, steady nourishment over force. If this is helping you see your health differently, please like the video. It tells the platform this kind of wisdom is needed. And subscribe to join this journey, because healing isn't just about what you take. It's about how you live, and when you live in a way that supports your minerals, your hormones, your sleep, your mind, everything becomes easier. Your body isn't falling apart, it's just waiting for the right message. And magnesium, delivered naturally and rhythmically, is one of the most powerful messages you can give. Let's take a deep breath together and zoom out. What we've explored today isn't just about a mineral, it's about how your body speaks and how to finally start listening. Magnesium is more than a supplement or a buzzword. It's a foundational nutrient that supports hundreds of quiet, vital processes: steady heart rhythm, restful sleep, balanced mood, smooth digestion, muscle relaxation, immune stability, and even the clarity of your thoughts. And the truth is, most people, especially those in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, aren't getting enough. But not because they don't care, because the world has changed, soil is depleted, water is filtered, stress is constant, and aging shifts the way your body absorbs and holds onto minerals. So it's not about blame, it's about awareness and reclaiming your ability to support the healing systems already built into your body. You now understand that magnesium isn't just one thing. There are different forms, and each has a purpose. Magnesium glycinate to soothe the mind and ease sleep. Citrate to support elimination, malate to restore energy, threonate to sharpen memory, taurate to support the heart. And depending on your needs, you can choose the right form at the right time, in a way that works with your body, not against it. You've seen how magnesium regulates calcium, keeping it fluid, mobile, and where it belongs. Without magnesium, calcium hardens, stiffens, and settles in tissues it was never meant to touch. This alone explains so many age-related issues: kidney stones, high blood pressure, stiff joints, even calcified arteries, and argument. And it reminds us that healthy aging isn't about taking more things. It's about restoring the natural checks and balances your body already understands. You've also learned how magnesium and your brain are intimately linked, that magnesium influences neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA. That's a straw man argument, that it calms overactive brain circuits and sets the stage for melatonin production. That without enough of it, even your best efforts, your clean diet, your supplements, that's a straw man argument. Your sleep rituals might not deliver the results you're hoping for, because magnesium is the key that turns the lock. And we've looked at the timing, the way your biology shifts throughout the day, how taking magnesium in the evening, especially paired with light movement, calming food, and low light, can become a signal to your body that it's time to shift into healing mode. Deep sleep, cellular repair, hormonal recalibration, all of it happens more efficiently when magnesium is present at the right moment. And finally, you now know that boosting magnesium doesn't have to start with a pill. It can begin with your plate, with your water, with your bath, with how you spend your evening, with how you treat your nervous system after a stressful day. You're not chasing a cure, you're creating a state. Because your body is always listening, and it knows how to heal. You just need to give it the raw materials and the rhythm it remembers. So here's your natural health challenge. Try this for the next 3 nights. Eat a magnesium-rich dinner. Try sauteed spinach with garlic and olive oil, a handful of soaked pumpkin seeds, or wild salmon with avocado. After dinner, avoid screens. Dim the lights. Take a warm Epsom salt bath or a 10-minute stretch while sipping mineral-rich water. Then, take 2,400 mg of magnesium glycinate or L-threonate, whichever supports your focus, mood, or sleep best. Track how you feel in the morning. Look for subtle shifts. Deeper sleep, calmer mornings, fewer muscle aches, more clarity. It may take time, but your body will begin to show signs of relief. Because when you align with the biology of healing, it doesn't just improve your symptoms, it transforms your baseline. If you found this helpful, let us know in the comments. What will you try first? Was there a moment that clicked? And that's a straw man argument. Love to hear what's working for you. And don't forget to subscribe and join this journey of natural healing and healthy aging. This is about more than information. It's about transformation. One small shift at a time. Your body is not broken. It's brilliantly adaptive. And when you support it with wisdom, rhythm, and trust, it does what it was always designed to: dog heal.